So anyway, our last guest, speaking of money, he's a poker player.
Yeah, professional poker player. And he's also the author of Die with Zero, Getting All You Can from Your Money and Your Life. Bill Perkins. Hey, Bill.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you guys doing?
Look, theoretically, I know, I have to live life to the max. I have to enjoy everything.
I mean, we live in New York City. We understand.
We understand that. But how do you make sure you don't spend everything too soon?
Yeah, how do I know I'm not going to have it? How am I going to make it to 95 at this point?
Yeah, well, I mean, one, you got to stay healthy to make it to 95. But also, to not outlive your money, you need to calculate, kind of have an idea when you think you're going to pass, right? You'll put a buffer on that. And you got to save for your survival number. And that's the number that you save up to when you're no longer earning or you no longer have income to last you for the rest of your days. And that can include Social Security or pensions or anything associated with that. And once we solve for that minimum survival number, then we're solving for fun, right? We're solving for when should we have the experiences we want to have.
Yeah,
you know?
See, the thing is, like, when we look at the, survival numbers and all that, those are statistics. It applies to the general population, but
we're
you
a statistic.
I'm
a person.
You don't know if that thing will be true on you, an individual person. So how do you make sure it doesn't happen to you?
Well, first of all, there's actuarial tables out there, right? That you can put in your health, your weight. You can constantly check up on it. And this is an iterative process. This isn't something you say, oh, well, I'm going to live to 86 when I'm 20. This is something that you're constantly checking up on and solving for, so that you don't get into a scenario with assumptions from when you're 20, when you're in your 60s. But each individual person has their own health decline curve, their own bone density curve, the ways their body is going to deteriorate in different ways.
Oh, and we're all dying, Bill. Stop reminding me. Yeah. So, Bill,
here's the good news. Here's the good news. Because you know this, right, and because you know that your body deteriorates, you now know that when you look at your life in certain increments, I'll call them 5-year increments, you can now think about what experiences you want to have in each of those years. And as you get older, you'll spend less money. And that part of that is because there are less experiences that you will either enjoy, want to do, or can do.
What, so we all turn into Ernest Hemingway eventually in a cabin in Idaho, not doing much?
I wouldn't say all of us. I mean, each person has their own individual path. But what we want to do is have a mental model of how to think about the total arc of our life and the experiences we want to have and when we want to have them. And we want to basically use all our resources, all our money, our health, our time, right? At various periods in our life, we have varying degrees of our health, money, and time. And we want to use all those resources to get the maximum amount of experiences that we can.
Okay, so Bill, we're running out of time, but I want to hear more about you. Poker player, kind of, sexy and connected to this, gambling and, figuring out how much money I'm going to spend and how long I'm going to live. How did that infuse, your experience being a poker player?
Well, poker is only sexy when you're winning. No, I'm just kidding.
True.
Then I look really good with a big stack of chips on the table. But, there's a lot of risk reward calculations when you're playing poker. You're playing expected outcome. There's a lot of math and calculations and quantification of how you're going to play the game and how you win in the long run. And I take those principles from poker and I apply them to the book Die with Zero and the methodology that I discuss in the book, so that you can have a model to use that to get the maximum out of your life.
Wow, that's pretty good. You are media trained, Bill.
Yeah.
So, Bill, you told us you're in Italy. Are you living your best life right now? You're in a much more beautiful place than we are.
I would love to be in Italy right now.
I'm in Italy. The pizza's good. I don't know. I'm eating like it was my best life, but my body's like, this is not best for you. Health is very important on not only how long you're going to live, but how you're going to enjoy those activities while you're living. So I might be doing a little damage on the health side because the food's so good here, but I'm really enjoying the moments here.
Well, Bill Perkins, live from Capri, Italy, death by pizza and wine. Thank you so much for making time for us.
Thank you for having me. It's
Have
been
a
great.
good one. Enjoy your place.
Enjoy.
I really want to be there right now.
Oh my gosh, I would love to be in Italy.